Another member of Congress has resigned, yet again under allegations of misconduct. Florida Democrat Sheila Cherfilus-McCormick was due to face the House Ethics Committee today to determine her punishment after it concluded she committed large-scale financial fraud, money laundering, and other violations. This comes just a week after Representatives Eric Swalwell and Tony Gonzalez resigned amid accusations of sexual misconduct. Lisa Desjardins has been following it all and joins us now. So, Lisa, let's start with Congresswoman Cherfilus-McCormick. Why did she step down now?
As you said, we know the timing. This was just minutes she announced her resignation before that hearing from the House Ethics Panel was to recommend a possible punishment for her, possibly expulsion. Now, that same panel had found she violated 25 House rules, and they range, as you say, from money laundering to campaign finance issues to financial fraud. So talking about those even more specifically, the most serious of those violations had to do with $5 million in COVID funding that was sent to her nonprofit organization, but which she kept, and the organization kept some of it allegedly being funneled to her campaign and to herself personally. Now, she's also facing a criminal case, and this is what she says is the reason she did not cooperate with the Ethics Committee, that she was holding back because of the criminal case. So let's look at her statement of resignation today. She said specifically, this was not a fair process, meaning the ethics process. The Ethics Committee refused my new attorney's reasonable request for time to prepare my defense. By going forward with this process, while a criminal indictment is pending, the committee prevented me from defending myself. Now, members on the ethics panel who have been investigating her for some 2 years defended their process. They say she had ample opportunity to defend herself.
The process worked in some ways in that she decided to resign instead of face any consequences that may be coming her way. And certainly the process over the past 2 years was able to uncover a lot of evidence in some ways, but in other ways, it was 2 years. It was a long time. And so, I'd like to see us move faster in the future, and I have a couple of ideas on how we can do that.
The committee also said the House has a right to have ethics investigations, even if criminal cases are pending separately.
Meanwhile, I know you're tracking another effort. There's a call for the expulsion of another House member. Remind us who we're talking about and where that effort stands.
We've mentioned him before, but now there'll be more spotlight on this Florida Republican. His name is Corey Mills. Now, Mills is facing several accusations. Police investigated a domestic assault call against him last year in Washington. The woman involved did not press charges, but body cam video obtained by the Washington Post recorded Mills telling officers that he was going to call the Attorney General. Separately, a protective order against him was filed by a different woman in Florida, and he also faces campaign finance violation charges as well. I managed to speak with Mills at length today, and he's defiant. He says he's eager to defend himself. He says he has not been charged with anything, and he's happy to go through the ethics process. However, at least one Republican so far is talking about expulsion for him. That's Nancy Mace of South Carolina. She's introduced a bill to expel Corey Mills. She hasn't put it on the fast track yet. I spoke to another key figure who may help determine where this goes. That's Lauren Boebert of Colorado. She said she would consider expulsion perhaps. She's not impressed with his denials.
I mean, who hasn't denied allegations? Everybody does. So, I mean, you have temporary restraining orders, you have body cam footage of stories changing. I don't know. So we'll see if the vote comes up. I'm not going to answer on hypotheticals right now.
So we will see. The ethics process continues. We don't know when it will end. Sometimes it takes years.
Meanwhile, we know there's some new data on the state of misconduct on the Hill. What did we learn?
I want to draw attention to this report from a nonpartisan group that focuses on sexual harassment, especially in the workplace. Now, the National Women's Defense League found 30 different members of Congress have been accused of sexual harassment since 2006. They found 77% of those cases involved staffers. Now, this is public reporting only, and that's an important factor because, of course, this group and anyone who's covered this area believes and it finds data to support that there is massive underreporting. So this is only what we know in public, and it's just a tip of the iceberg situation. There's a lot of conversation on the Hill. I hope it continues, but we will have to see what else is uncovered or if the climate changes there.
Lisa Desjardins, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Support journalism you trust. Support PBS News. Donate now, or even better, start a monthly contribution today.